Hey, what's up? I wanted to make a quick video. It's going to be an update slash review video. I finally went out and took the jump and basically met a goal, something that I've always wanted. I went out and I bought myself a new truck. Did I really need a new truck? I didn't think that I did. In hindsight, yes, I did. Before I get to the new truck, though, I want to say a few things about a previous truck. You can see it in some of the other videos. I think I even have some videos of me drag racing it. I had my 2016 F-150 4x4 Coyote truck, 373s. I special ordered it 2.5 years ago. Built exactly the way I wanted it because apparently dealers have a hard time stocking anything that's not completely loaded and $65,000 around here. So built my own online, had it ordered, got it pretty quick, and it was a phenomenal truck. I was actually very hesitant on getting rid of it. It was that good. Like I said, 5 liter, did not lack for power. I did everything with that truck. I daily drove it. I put 63,000 miles on it in 2.5 years. So I drove the hell out of it. I camped in the back of it. We took it drag racing. We would take it down to Norwalk, Ohio and run True Street in it. Truck was tuned, had a Omega Tune from Oz Tuning on it. Truck ran like 1420s and 4-wheel drive. Thing was a blast. I put a bunch of my own little personal touches on it like I like to do. I can't leave anything alone. Did a lot of the little XLT upgrades because it was just a base XL truck, which is what I like. I like plain Jane trucks. I don't care for all the technology stuff and whatever else you want to pay for. Towed my 18-foot open car hauler, whether I had my T-Bird, the Gilligan, the Bronco 2 on it. Tons of people borrowed the trailer, you know, and I've even loaned the truck out, matter of fact. Worked great. Truck got good gas mileage for what it was. Like I said, had tons of power. Then decided to make the first upgrade, and that was when we bought the enclosed trailer. Something I've always wanted. Finally bit the bullet on that, and gonna make a full, toy hauler out of that, so we can use a trailer for anything. Whether we're going drag racing, we can just take it and go camping once it's all. I get it finished, insulated, and get my the countertop situated with my sink and the plumbing and electrical. I'm halfway there already. I've already done a bunch of upgrades already to it, but it's just been too cold to finish the rest of it. But once it's all set up, it's going to be perfect for us to take it anywhere and just camp in it if we want. We can go to the racetrack, we can go off-roading, whatever we want to do with it. It's a 26-foot RC trailer. Had it custom built, so it was big enough to fit Gilligan in. So it's 7.5 feet tall, 8.5 feet wide. So it's a big brick. We use the F-150 for 2 trips to pull that. The first one was a little bit long one. It was 250 miles round trip. Just headed west on the Ohio and Indiana Turnpike. And the truck did okay. Did about how I expected. I don't want to say it struggled, but it definitely, doing 68 mile an hour, she hunted between 5th and 4th gear a lot to keep up to speed. On the way home, we actually took some back roads, avoided the turnpike, and it obviously did a little better. I think I averaged 9 miles to gallon on that trip. The second trip was just to the local off-road park here, which is only like an hour away, so it was about 100 miles round trip. It's all country roads. Under 55 mile an hour, the thing did great. I mean, you can hardly even tell it was pulling a trailer. I think we got like 10 miles a gallon round trip on that one there. And no lack of power for taking off. The braking was fine. Everything worked good. But I knew we were kind of pushing the limits of that truck. The trailer empty weighed 4650, and then you add a 4,000-pound Bronco, and then all of our gear and everything. We're coming close to 10,000 pounds once you total everything up, which is right at almost the max of what the F-150 was rated for, which I believe was 10,009. So, not that I planned to, but I ended up, circumstances worked out to where it was either I had to do it now or I wasn't going to do it at all. The truck had high mileage for its year, even though it was pretty much all highway because of where I work at. I maintained it, you know, to a T. I love the truck to death. I never planned to get rid of it. I special ordered it the way I wanted it because I planned to keep it. And I have other vehicles here that I can drive and keep miles off of it, which, I don't know, the truck was so fun to drive, it just didn't really happen. And then I'm always tearing stuff apart anyway. So anyway, the time was right. It was either do it now or I wasn't going to do it at all, or if I did it, I was going to take a big hit on it. So circumstances worked out in my favor. I found a buyer for my truck. He jumped on it. He seems real happy with it. He got a damn good truck. And I went ahead and I special ordered a new truck, just like I did last time. To me, that's the only way to go, man. To me, they just add too much extra stuff to these trucks that you really don't need. I mean, if you're one of those people and you like all that stuff, I mean, hey, more power to you. I'm not that guy. I mean, I'm not paying $3,000 extra to have a glass roof over my head. I don't care. You know, just some of the other stuff I just don't care about. I built the truck the way I want it, and I got exactly what I wanted. I ordered it the week between Christmas and New Year's. Order didn't go in until everybody came back from our Christmas vacation on January 2nd. That's when the order went in. And it actually showed up 5 weeks later. It was supposed to be a 10-week wait. So it came in real early. It was built on January 28th. It was basically shipped. That was a Monday. It was shipped on Tuesday, and it arrived in Toledo, Ohio on Wednesday. And little mix up at the dealers. There's 2 dealers in town here. They actually delivered the truck to the wrong location, and it sat there for a couple days before they figured out that it was supposed to go to the one closer to me. So I got it on Friday, which is still amazing, which is amazing. And ended up working out really good for us because we had a trip that weekend. So I got to break it in, heading north, pulling the trailer. So I went ahead and I guess I'll go show you. But we now have ourselves an F-250 Super Duty. What do you say we go check it out? So here it is, 2019 F-250 Super Duty. I started off with a base XL truck, ordered with the STX package, which basically just gives you some chrome bumpers and a chrome grille, so it doesn't look so plain Jane. No, it doesn't have an Ego Stroke 2,000 foot-pound diesel motor in it. It's just a 6.2 gas motor. 385 horse and 430 foot-pounds of torque is proved to be plenty. I ordered the truck with 430 gears, which in my opinion is the only way to go if you're going to pull anything substantial with these things. It's got electric locker, 4-wheel drive obviously. Ordered the cheapest running boards they offer, which you absolutely have to have. This truck is just ridiculously big. Matter of fact, to the top of the cab lights to the bottom of my garage door there, looks like I'm about an inch and a half too tall to even get it in my dang garage. So, but yeah, it's amazing. The power pulling the trailer was crazy. This thing will cruise 75, 80 mile an hour in 6th gear, pulling that fully loaded trailer like nothing. I ordered it with all the brake controller, the camper package, which gives you a rear sway bar, and a bigger helper spring in the back. It's got the, like I said, the brake control box. Love the big mirrors. Huge difference over the F-150. That was my biggest complaint, was the mirrors were too small before I pulled the trailer with the F-150. Then once I added the big trailer, I mean, vision was non-existent around it. And I bought some aftermarket slip-on mirrors for them, and they were just absolutely useless. So don't ever buy those if you have a 150. But here, let's get a little closer here. So the STX package did give me an upgraded wheel. Sorry, there's no billet aluminum Brodozer 22-inch semi-truck tires on this thing. Not needed. It's just a factory 18-inch aluminum wheel, and I did get the upgraded Goodyear Wranglers on it. It's a true all-terrain as opposed to, I think it's Continental. It's more of a highway tire. It was like the base one. Those were 265s. These are 275, so a little bit taller, a little bit wider tire. I think it's going to work out real good. It handled great on the expressway pulling a trailer. And a little bigger. Looks good on the truck. Doesn't look, wheel wells don't look so empty. So I'm happy with that. And on the interior, sorry, no imported Vietnamese water buffalo leather seats with butthole massagers in this thing. Not needed. We have vinyl seats, which they're great. Man, I wish I would have got them in my F-150. They're soft, they're grippy, they're not cold and hard. XLs come with the all rubber floor, fold up seats here. My F-150 WeatherTechs fit, which is a nice bonus. It's got the center console with the flip up lid for storage. There's storage below the seat bottom. Just got the basic radio with the sync. Nothing fancy, no fancy displays, nothing like that. It's a nice interior for a truck that's going to get worked. So should clean up easy. The dog has already been in here, got his first ride. So I'll just be able to blow it all out and we'll be clean. So I'm happy with that. And sorry, no dualies, no fifth wheel hitches. She's a single wheel axle, but I did get the 8-foot bed because I don't own a cattle ranch. I don't need to haul anything like that. It's got a big enough hitch for it. I like the 8-foot bed. Truck's a little bit longer than the F-150, so it should pull. Well, it did pull a lot nicer. That was evident immediately once we left on our trip. I had to make an adjustment to my weight distribution hitch for it. For the trailer, I didn't lower it enough, and the trailer still was kind of pitched uphill. So I may have to buy a different shank for it with more drop to get the trailer set up correctly with the weight bars and everything. But I mean, it didn't squat the truck at all. It's definitely nice for pulling. Like I said, there was no lack of power. I'm actually really shocked at the difference between the 150 and the 250 when it came to pulling that trailer. I'm glad I got to do a comparison pretty close together while they're still fresh in my mind. I didn't think that I needed a bigger truck. I had people tell me when I ordered the trailer, you're going to need a bigger truck, and I said, no, I'm not. I ain't going to need a bigger truck. Didn't think that I did, but now that I've already pulled with this thing, the difference is amazing. Man, if you're pulling something 7,000, 8,000 plus with a 150, man, you got to try one of these. The difference is amazing. So yeah, I already got a few things planned for this. Already got the windows tinted. Did that the second day. Got the Ford tailgate assist coming to dampen the tailgate when you lower it. I've ordered a little storage cubby thing that goes underneath the back seat, and another popular upgrade I see a lot of guys doing. People are not a big fan of this huge front air dam on the front bumper for the 4-wheel drive, so you throw the 2-wheel drive one on there, which is half as big, so I have one of those on order as well. So might do some cosmetic upgrades to this, and we may go with a little some more vinyl accents on it, kind of like how I had on my F-150, but a little different. I have to stay tuned, see if I actually go through and do it, 'cause it's pretty extensive. So, but that's it. That's the new tow rig. Very happy, very proud. I've always wanted a Super Duty, just never really had the need for it. I just didn't want to be one of them guys that just, it's got to have that big truck just to say that I got it. I use my stuff. So I definitely think it's justified now with the trailer and everything else. So looking forward to it. As far as the drivability, the mileage we got, it only has 700 miles on it right now. I literally went to the dealer, signed the papers, picked it up, came home, hooked up the trailer, and we left and put about 500 miles on it. So she got broke in hard on that trip, pulling all that weight. I averaged about 7 miles to gallon. It was windy as hell, and then with the trailer hitch not being set up right, I'm sure that probably didn't help either. So 7 miles a gallon. I was hoping for a little better, but with the winter mix gas and as windy as it was, I'm sure it's just going to get nothing but better. No big deal there. I did burn up about a half tank of gas yesterday just running around town. I did drive up to my workplace on the expressway, which was 100 miles, 50 miles there, 50 miles back, and surprisingly she averaged 14 miles a gallon out of that half tank of gas, all that running around, which I'm totally cool with. When I delivered my F-150 last week to its new owner, with the fuel that we're burning up here right now, I only had 16 miles to the gallon average out of that tank. So this is not far off. So very impressed with that. So we'll see how this works out. Probably see a lot more of it in the future videos, and as I do a few little upgrades here and there, I may update that as well for anybody that cares. But loving the Super Duty. Thanks.